Good morning. Welcome to the porch once again. Well, it's getting a little bit warm out here this morning, so we're going to make a video, but we're going to make it pretty fast. So this is week 6 of the carnivore diet, and we want to do a weekly report for you guys and tell you kind of what's going on. Now, weight-wise and glucose-wise, we haven't changed those numbers much. They're still hovering around about where they were. So we're not super happy with that, but if they were going in the opposite direction, that would not be good. But they're just kind of hovering around, gain a pound, lose a pound, that sort of thing. Gain a few points on the glucose, lose a few points on the glucose, but we're just holding our own right now. Now, there's some things about the carnivore diet that week 6 that I do want to talk about. Some of the things that it's caused me to do, it's caused me to look at the way I eat. And this month I have suspended my workouts. I usually go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week and work out, but I tore up a shoulder a few weeks ago and I tried to work out, but it just continued to hurt and seemingly tear more. Anyway, without going too deep into that, I decided to suspend my workouts for at least a month and let that shoulder heal. So I need to readjust my eating, because when you're working out, you need a little bit more food. Well, I'm eating the same amount of food and I'm not working out. So with that said, I'm going to readjust this week how much I eat. Now, there's couple of things that I'm eating that I shouldn't eat. One of them being, I like walnuts, and we keep a bag of those things around most of the time. And I tend to walk by and get me a handful 2 or 3 times a day. They got a lot of fat in them, so I'm going to have to probably just cut those completely out. I like the cans of mixed nuts that you get. I usually keep some of those around. And it's my understanding that the nuts are not good on the carnivore diet, so I guess I'll just cut them completely out. But anyway, we're going to readjust the eating and see if we can drop off some weight, because the goal here, at least in part, is to drop off some weight. Now, there's some things here that's interesting. When we first started, didn't know too much about recipes and that sort of thing. And so the eating got pretty dull pretty fast. It wasn't fun to eat no more. So we're learning new recipes, and that's helping a little bit, get a little more variety into our eating. It's I know we shouldn't make eating that fun, but I've spent a lifetime. I like to eat, and I spent a lifetime doing that. So I'm having to readjust and kind of get used to this thing. But having said that, let me look at some of the notes here right quick that I wanted to talk about this morning, because I tend to forget if I don't. Okay. The new recipes, yeah, that's where we wanted to be right now. The new recipes are interesting, they're fun, and they're really kind of making eating a little more enjoyable. When you're just eating hamburger meat or even steak, I mean, that sounds good, but after a few weeks of that, they lose their luster. Okay, so we're learning to cook things different and learning to eat different. Now, the another good side of this thing that I have noticed over the past few nights, I've slept better than I've slept in a long time. Go into deep sleep, dream sleep, and that's helping me a whole lot. Makes my mind clear if I get a good night's sleep. Makes me feel better. And also noticed that it's hard for me to stop working in the afternoon. I like to just keep working, and I I've been starting about 5:30 in the morning, working till sometimes 6:30 at night, and sometimes even later. I'll go up and eat my supper, and then I'll come back into the studio and work another hour or two sometimes. But I'm handling it pretty good now. The physical part of it, and I do a lot of physical labor. Physical part of it, my body just gives out. I'm 68 years old, so I can't do as much as I used to physically. but I'm better than I was. So right now, if somebody said, well, Paul, what do you think about the carnivore diet? We're 6 weeks in it, and I got to tell you something, it's changed some things in a positive way for Wanda and I. So you know, I'm committed to 90 days. Now, right now, I'd say that probably after that 90 days, I'm going to look at it and then probably readjust and actually cinch down a little bit more and maybe do a little bit better job of it. We still have some areas that we like to eat out on Saturday night, and when you eat out, you don't always eat right, and we're not really wanting to give that up, but we'll visit that again later. And I still got the little ice cream shop that I like to visit about once a week, and I'm not willing to give that up just yet. I might, but not right now. Okay. All right, guys. I'll tell you, it's fun making these videos. It's fun having uh, the carnivore diet community out there, and I listen to you guys a lot, and I learn more and more. And not only do I learn, you guys encourage me. When I start thinking I'm just can't stand it anymore, I'll go put on a YouTube video and watch one of you guys, and it helps me to kind of pick it up and keep going. Recognize that I'm part of a community. I'm not by myself on this thing. All right. We love you guys, and of course, we want the best for you. So we're going to just say it this way. May God bless, and you guys have a good day. Signing off.